Right, so here we are with the realistic TRC1007, which I serviced yesterday. As I said, these aren't as good as the previous 1005 and the 1001, but nevertheless they've got all the right sockets and they're still a competent set. I'll just check Mr. Chippie's there. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie.
Tango 21, go ahead.
Hello there, just recording and checking you there.
Yep, roger that. Are you ready to go?
Roger, I am.
Roger.
So because he's got an extension speaker socket, for the first bit of the video we'll plug it into the extension speaker.
Right, coming up to the end of the lane.
Roger, got you at the end of the lane. Which is obviously going to work a lot better than the flat speaker that's fitted inside.
Right, we're now passing Ancaster service station.
Roger, got you at Ancaster service station. Is there a price today?
No, they're closed.
Roger. So we're plugged into external aerial, external power. I'm running this at 13.8 volts because you can do. External mic and external speaker at this point. Once it gets over the top of the hill, we'll go back to the internal speaker.
Right, we're now square wheel, Ancaster Crossroads.
Roger, got you at Ancaster Crossroads.
Right, we're now passing the top of the hill as we go down in towards Wilsford. Over.
Roger, got you at the top of the hill.
Roger.
Right, we'll go back to the internal speaker. Oh, this is a new mic I've made up for the customer. When I looked at the notes, he'd asked for me to supply a new mic, and we use these metal plugs.
Tango 21 for Mr. Chippie. We're now going round Scratchy Corner, Wilsford. Over.
Roger, got you going around Scratchy Corner at Wilsford. I'm on a realistic TRC1007 hand portable from 1987, and it is doing about 3.5 watts.
Roger that, I'll receive. Right, we're now going over Wilsford level crossing. Over.
Roger, got you going over Wilsford level crossing. So without a map handy, I've got a map handy. He's 3 miles away. So he's at the level crossing at Wilsford, and I get that in the shot, which is the 3 mile point. So next he comes to the Kelby one.
Right, we're now passing the Kelby turn. Over.
Roger, got you at the Kelby turn.
Roger.
That's the 4 mile point, and that's absolutely fine. So next he's going to be at the 5 mile point, which is the Greyleys turn. So it says South Roresby to his left, Greyleys to his right.
Right, we're now passing the Greyleys turn. Over.
Roger, got you at the Greyleys turn.
Roger.
And that's our worst one. Not so bad in January because there aren't any leaves on the trees, but normally that's got trees all round with leaves on, and that affects the signal. For those of you who are interested, it's drawing about 850-900 milliamps on transmit, as you'd expect. So if you remember when I started the video, this had come together with a 12 volt wall wart type adapter, which doesn't appear to be regulated, and there's only.
21 for Mr. Chippie. We're now going over Roresby level crossing. Over.
Roger, got you going over Roresby level crossing. Is the petrol station still open there?
Yes, it is, but it's just the same as yesterday. 149.7, 169.9. Over.
Excellent, thanks very much. That concludes the test.
Yep, roger that. 10-10.
10-10. So, forgotten what I was even telling you now. Oh yes, current consumption. So it came with this wall wart, and it was only 600 milliamps, so that's no use to this type of radio at all. So obviously I'll send it back to the customer, but it's not to be used with this. And could be why it's ended up in somebody's loft for 20 years. If that's how they used it, it'd be a right hum on transmit, and it'd be very limited range. So we'll go over to the base station, the Midland 76900. So I'm going to start. We'll use this replacement mic that I've prepared for the customer, and then we'll go over to the internal microphone, so you can hear what they sound like. No doubt the internal one's better. The AGC on these radios isn't that nice, and I don't like the way the transmit is, but that's how these sets are, unfortunately. And you saw how complicated it is in setting up the transmitted audio, I'm sure, if you looked at the video yesterday. Now, the advantage of having a mic like this means that if you're in a car that doesn't have a CB radio, let's say, for example, you're going to go and buy a car, you've got your mate with you, you want to be able to chat on the way back, well, you can sling a set like this in on an external mic, running on its own batteries, and just put a mag mount on the roof. So it's a very quick thing to set up. And by using an external microphone, you're not running into any possibility of the mobile phone law. Whereas, if you hold a radio up to your head, even plugged into an external aerial, you could fall foul of the mobile phone law. So it's just a point, because you can use a hand mic, as long as it's a standard hand mic and not full of displays and things, when safe to do so.
21, testing the realistic TRC1007 into our Midland 76900 base station using the hand mic that I've prepared for the customer. Now we'll go over to the internal mic. Tango 21, testing the realistic TRC1007 now on its internal built-in microphone. So thanks for watching.